EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from Denver. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready! Hot!
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here we go, set! Ready!
Here's a first carry for their running back. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now!
They put Wilson in motion.
Check go!
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Set! Hurt! 19 Tiger! Ready?
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is intercepted. He works free, right side. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown Chargers. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And, Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Come on, set, go!
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready?
A tight end in motion now. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Okay, ready?
They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Marquise Bell up to make the stop.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 70 Lion. Bronco 80. Hut, hut.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Ready?
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. Still going. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready, break.
1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Panther 11. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Set, go.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. And as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
and 9.
Go!
Here's Nix to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Broncos bringing out their puncher. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Tight end going in motion here.
Ready.
Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn him back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Set.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Damone Clark there to get him down. Here's a second and 9.
Hey, ram. Go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Broncos have it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are, and I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Set.
They bring the tight end in motion.
Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. Here's second and 9.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneer.
throwing. Nix. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
To throw is Nix. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Let's go now.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. He's got it at about the 8, and he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Set. Mustang 19. Hut, hut.
Back to throw is Nix. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, second down and goal. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal.
19 Lion. Come on, come on. Set. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Ready.
Throwing here on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Street, street.
They put Wilson in motion.
Check go.
On fourth down, here's Nix. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Whoa. He gets free. Still on the move. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, L.A. What a stunning turn of events. Greg, looks like they're going in for the score. Instead, they bring it back the other way for the pick six.
Yeah, I mean, how fast the tables can turn in the NFL, Mike. I mean, 1 minute, as you said, you're rolling the dice, thinking you got a chance to go and get 6. Next thing you know, you're watching the other team take it all the way the other way for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll be set up now. up past the 40 with that one. On first down, here's Nix to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second down, Nix. He connects with Mims. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. A first down throw for Nix. And that is incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Ready up.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Set. Ready.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Nix going to throw again on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this.
Okay, break.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Set up. Hut, hut.
Throwing is Nix. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. He is out of bounds, but that's a nice return to give the offense the ball up past the 45-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. This one complete to Jordan. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Herbert to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Charger first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Matt McConkey, touchdown Los Angeles. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Asante Samuel up from the corner spot to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7.
Set, go!
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
Big Lion. Ready, ready? Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They put Wilson in motion.
Ready?
Nix now on 1st and 10. And this throw batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
So we hit halftime, and the visiting Chargers are on top as we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Look wide. Get this one complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
Baylor Tiger. 380. Cut.
Gray brought in motion.
Set.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Hey, easy, easy, easy. We'll go. orange. Real.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 11 yards on the pass there. And the Chargers have the first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Set. 5-9. Set.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Set. Go.
Throwing again, Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. A pickup there of 28 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Here's Dobbins. Not much to work with there. He'll get down to about the 22. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
59. Ready.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Set.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Set.
Here's a run. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal.
Kappa. Ready.
Throwing now is Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. Big play coming up. 3rd and
Set.
goal.
Let's go. Baylor Tigers. Set.
To throw is Herbert. It is brought in the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown Chargers. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, It obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Cougar 19. Go.
The drive will start on the ground. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. Now, a second down throw for Nix. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
60 Maverick.
Nix from the gun on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Set. Green Hunt.
Now it's Dobbins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Set. Go, let's go. 21. 12.
They send the tight end in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Hey, go lion. Set. 21.
Now, Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
Let's go. Hey, Ram. 59. Hey, Ray. 12. Set.
On first down, Herbert gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to get this all the way. Two yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, L.A. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will add one more onto their big lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Warrior 70. Here we go. Here we go.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and burn him down.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Rig alert. Rig alert. Ready.
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground, and he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line.
Set. Ready.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Set.
A run with Dobbins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Run. Ready.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And this time they are ready for it. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
They'll stick with him again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
Set.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Third and 6.
Set. Set.
Herbert. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check out.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll get it into the hands of Ashton Doolin. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Got a man left side. It's caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Throwing is Nix. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Broncos will get just a bit closer. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Go.
Herbert down to a knee. And that should wrap this one up. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.